What's up, travellers? Welcome back to the channel. SJ Aviation HQ coming with another video for you guys today. Today we have the model review of the ITA Airways Airbus A350-900 made by Aviation400. Before we go any further into today's video though, go ahead and give a thumbs up to this video to show your support on this video and of course the movement of this channel. And of course, if you like the sort of content, model plane reviews, airport updates, model unboxings and other great stuff involving the hobby of this of model collecting, go ahead and throw a subscribe to this channel. And while you're there, dim that bell icon to not miss out on any further videos on this channel coming out very soon. As of course, I have the model review coming out very soon of that massive C5M Super Galaxy by Gemini 200 and 1:20 scale. Just working on the logistics about how I'm going to be doing that video, as of course the model is absolutely massive. If you haven't seen the unboxing of that model, go ahead and check it out in the top right corner right about now. And of course there are more model reviews coming out very soon, the unboxings as well, and of course the airport update that I'm going to be doing very soon. Massive content coming very soon, so don't miss out on anything. Subscribe and dim that bell icon as I mentioned before. But before we go ahead and check out the box in front of you guys, I'm going to read out some information about ITA Airways as an airline, and then some information about the specific airframe. Founded on November the 11th, 2020, following the downfall of Alitalia, and commencing operations on October the 15th, 2021, ITA Airways is the flag carrier airline of Italy, and is owned by the government of Italy via the Ministry of Economy and Finance. ITA Airways flies to over 70 scheduled domestic, European and intercontinental destinations. ITA Airways is a member of the SkyTeam Alliance and is based in Rome, Italy, the capital city of Italy, with its focus city in Milan Linate Airport. According to planespotters.net at the time of recording, ITA Airways is an all Airbus fleet consisting of 82 aircraft, including 6 Airbus A350-900s, with an average fleet age of 4.1 years. That's an average fleet age of 4.1 years. As mentioned, ITA Airways is a member of SkyTeam Alliance, which had officially joined the alliance on October the 29th of 2021. So going into some information about this aircraft now, or the specific airframe. The MSN number or manufacturer serial number is 283. This aircraft here is an Airbus A350-900, 41 being the Airbus designated code for Airbus built aircraft that are equipped with Rolls-Royce engines. Otherwise it would be known as an Airbus A350-900. This aircraft here performed its first flight on April the 19th of 2022. This aircraft as of today is 1.6 years old. This aircraft wore the test registration of Foxtrot Whiskey Zulu Foxtrot Yankee, that is F-WZFY, for those that aren't too familiar with the phonetic alphabet. This aircraft here was built and produced in Toulouse, France. Of course, that is the main plant for where Airbus build their aircraft. Of course, they do have the factory or their plant in Hamburg, Germany, but of course that is the majority of the aircraft built in that plant in Hamburg, Germany are narrow-body aircraft. So let's say, for example, the A320 Neo family now, A320 Neos, and of course the A321 Neos, and of course in the future will be the A319 Neos as well. But of course Toulouse Blagnac International Airport is where Airbus mainly builds their wide-bodies, A330 Neos, A350s, and of course the A350-1000 as well, and of course the Beluga XL as well. But of course, fun fact, if you haven't already known this fact, ATR also build their aircraft. Those ATR 42s and 72s are built in Toulouse as well. So Airbus and Toulouse share the same airfield for their operations of building the aircraft, which I think is quite cool. And this airframe is currently active on the network of ITA Airways. This aircraft registration that we're looking at today is stated on the box is Echo India Foxtrot Foxtrot, or EI-IFF. As mentioned, this aircraft is an A350-900 or an A350-941. This aircraft here was delivered on July the 13th of 2022. This aircraft here is equipped with two Rolls-Royce Trent XWB-84 engines. This aircraft wears the nickname of Enzo Burrot. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly, but it was originally nicknamed Enzo Ferrari. Of course, Ferrari, the Italian F1 brands there. And this aircraft was ferried between Toulouse and Rome on July the 13th, 2022. It was named or wore the decaling for Monza 100, as it is on this model. And it had that decaling on the aircraft between September 2022 and January of 2023. So this aircraft, it wears a decaling that is no longer on the aircraft itself. So I just wanted to get an ITA model. That's the main reason why I wanted to get it. I do have the ITA Airways A350-900, the 900 Neo by Aviation400 as well. If you would like me to do a model review of that model, drop a comment below if you're wanting that model to be done, and I will get it on the channel as soon as possible. So with the reading out of the way, let's go ahead and check out this box. As you can see, it is quite a nice style to what they usually that they've had in the past. I have done model reviews of the Aviation400 aircraft in the past. Check out the playlist that I have done of model reviews in the top right corner right about now. Here we have the top side or the top of the front of the box, where it has the Airbus A350-900 titles in black text. Here we have in the top right corner, we have the Aviation400 emblem there, or logo. Here below the Airbus decaling, just here is where it states the Monza 100 decaling. I believe that is the map, or the map of the race course of the Italian. I'm not too sure where that is, to be honest. I think that's the map of the race course, I believe. And of course, 1922 to 2022. I believe that's like an anniversary of it. It would make sense because that would be the 100th anniversary. Here in the middle of the shot here is the Tudor rendering of this ITA Airways livery. Must say I wasn't that much of a fan of the ITA livery when it came out. I was a massive fan of Alitalia. I was quite sad to see that livery go, and of course the Airline. But of course ITA Airways livery has kind of gelled to me now. I do quite like the Louis Vuitton bits on the tail fin, but we'll look at that on the model in a moment. But here we have on the right hand side is the ITA Airways logo on the top and the SkyTeam logo on the bottom. Here we have the registration of the aircraft, Echo India Foxtrot Foxtrot. And right here it states that it is 1:400 scale. Very nice indeed. And of course here it says it is a die-cast aircraft model. On the bottom panel we have the ITA Airways logo there, and a 1:400 scale at the bottom here. The aircraft, the ITA Airways A350-900, the Tudor rendering of it. There is the aircraft type and the text there. Echo India Foxtrot Foxtrot, and there is the item number 8 Alpha Victor 1455. Very nice. On this panel it just has the ITA Airways logo. On the top states the A350-900. Very nice. And I would say that this side has the warning information, and of course it has the barcode and made in China. On the back it's got the Italian striped flag there, ITA Airways logo in the middle, Aviation400 titles on the top corner of the box, and of course that is mainly it. I am hoping to acquire or have arrived the arrival of the Singapore Airlines A350-900 by Aviation400. I think that one is 9 Victor dash Sierra Juliet Delta, I believe it was. Also released alongside this one. I did purchase it from Collectible Air Wings Australia, I believe it is. Hasn't yet been shipped. I don't know what's going on with that one. I will have to try and chase it up. But that was the reading out of the aircraft, the airline information as well, and of course the showcasing of the box. So let's go ahead and check out the model. And here is the absolutely stunning ITA Airways Airbus A350-900 made by Aviation400. In this portion of the video, I'm going to be showcasing the model up close to the camera for you guys, showing you an up close imagery of all the details on this model, giving you some ins and outs of the information about what each of those components do. So let's go ahead straight into the model review. First and foremost, going to pick up the model and get and zoom in for you guys. Right, so here is the front portion of this aircraft. As you can see, the blue colouring on this aircraft is, how can I say this? It's alright, it's just very glossy. If you get what I mean, it's quite glittery as well. I kind of think that Aviation400, they did their best in terms of showcasing the colour of this livery. It is very difficult to perfect, especially there's other airlines in the industry that are pretty hard to perfect as well. An airline that comes to mind immediately is Scandinavian Airlines. Apologies for the ambulance going past at the moment. But yeah, Scandinavian Airlines is pretty difficult to get right. Of course, the SAS titles on the side of it in real life, they are pretty difficult to see. But on the models themselves, the aircraft or the brand, whoever made the model, makes the SAS logos or titles to stand out. Go ahead and check out the model review I did of the aircraft in the top right corner right about now, made by Aviation400 as well. But yeah, I do kind of think that the blue colour on this aircraft is a little bit too dark. As I mentioned, they did their best. But anyway, here is the front portion of this aircraft. In the front of the aircraft, pretty difficult to make out, but in the middle of the shot is the nose cone. Underneath that is the weather radar. Now the weather radar is used to detect storms along the flight path, to give the pilots a visual indication of rainfall intensity, and of course the possibility of turbulence ahead of them. This enables the crew to navigate around any potential hazardous areas along the assigned flight plan for their flight. In the middle of the shot now is the raccoon mask, and of course underneath that is within that, my bad, is the cockpit windows. Of course, the raccoon mask was introduced on the Airbus A350 wide body, especially the 900 variant, because that was the first one to roll out, of course. It is now also seen on the A330neo aircraft. It's now seen on the A320neo family aircraft. Also seen on some of the CO variants as well, like the A320-200, and of course the A330-300 and 200, and of course the A340s as well. I do quite like the stylish look of the raccoon mask, to be honest. In the middle of the shot, just going to try and focus on it for you guys, but there is the SkyTeam logo. Of course, SkyTeam is an airline alliance that ITA Airways joined on October the 29th of 2021 when they took over Alitalia. There is the Monza 100 decaling. As I mentioned when showcasing the box, I'm pretty sure that is the racetrack of the Italian Grand Prix. and it states in the bottom corner of the logo 1922 to 2022. So I'm guessing it is the 100th anniversary of the Italian Grand Prix. Not too sure. But here on the nose wheel here, I'm just gonna try and focus on it for you guys. There we go. There is Foxtrot. That is the last two digits of the registration. Echo India dash India Foxtrot. There is the nose gear. I do kind of feel like the nose gear strut is actually a little bit too thick, if you get what I mean. Not being too picky, it has that's of course where right at the front there is where the pushback tug would connect to, so the aircraft can be pushed back. Here in the middle of the shot is the L1 boarding door. That of course is where the passengers board the aircraft. Here is the L2 boarding door. It is the other main boarding door on this aircraft, and you can see beside each of those doors it has a little emblem saying ITA Airways. Here are the cabin windows in between the L1 and L2 doors, and right there is the ITA Airways logo. Very cool indeed. On the top of the aircraft is the beacon light, the ruby beacon light just there. As you can see, it pops out of the aircraft, and here is the first antenna of this aircraft, looking very cool indeed. In the interior there, right in the middle of the shot, my bad, we have the landing light. That of course is the component on the aircraft that is turned on when the aircraft is operating on a runway, whether it is landing or whether it's departing the aircraft, the airport or airfield. Now the requirements for the landing lights is also another one below here. If I can get it into the shot, right in the middle of the gear doors. Now the requirements of the landing light is for operating in a flight between 0 and 10,000 feet. It has to be turned on. Above that, it can be turned on to the pilot's or the crew's discretion. Here is the interior of the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB-84 engine, looking absolutely fantastic. As you can see, there is the spinner with the spiral on it. Very cool indeed. I do like how Aviation400 do their aircraft. Here we have the ITA emblem on the side of the nacelle here. Here we have the landing gear. Do note that these are not magnetic like the current Aviation400 landing gear, but they do roll, they do pivot, as you can see, but they do not come out and become detachable as well, like the current ones. I should do the model review of the ITA Airways A350-900 by Aviation400. I thought I would see what it was like. If you want me to do that, go ahead and leave a comment below. Here is the ITA Airways wing, looking fantastic. In the middle of the shot, if I can focus on it for you guys, the strobe lights, the white circles there, or white dots, are the strobe lights. They flash twice for an Airbus. If this aircraft was a Boeing, it would flash once. To the left of those strobe lights, you can see the red light there. That is the navigation light. On the other side, we will see the green navigation light. Here is the sharklet. Now, one of these sharklets I feel are a little bit too bent, in my opinion. But on this side, it is not too bad. This is the updated version of the sharklet. Let's just say that. Thing on this side, this is the one that I feel is a little bit too bent. Right in the middle of the shot, if I can try and focus on it for you guys. I'm doing a really rubbish job at this, but I'll show you when we get to the other side, the green navigation light. Here at the backward part of the aircraft we have the L3 door that is mainly used as an emergency exit door. So the evacuation slide would fold out of all of the doors for the passengers on board the aircraft to evacuate. Here is another antenna on top of the aircraft. This model is very difficult to focus on because it's a darker color. Here is where it states that this aircraft is an A350-900, and to the right of that is the registration Echo India Foxtrot. On the top of the aircraft, in the middle of the shot, just here, is the SATCOM or the Wi-Fi dome that provides the IFE in-flight entertainment on board each of the aircraft that has Wi-Fi or entertainment on board. It is seen behind each of the seats in that little display screen behind each of the seats. Now this is the part of the aircraft that I think is actually quite beautiful, and that is the Louis Vuitton markings. That on the real aircraft, these would not be seen unless you are one of the lucky people that are airside with this aircraft and can see it right underneath the belly, or like very up close. But on the model, I guess they have made it as though they can see them, but I really quite like it. I quite like the Louis Vuitton decaling there. Not too sure what it means, but do let me know in the comment section below if you know what each of these little symbols mean or represent. Here is the main tail fin of this aircraft. As you can see, the green, white and red stripes for the Italian flag on the top of the tail fin. If I can zoom, try and focus on it for you guys. There we have Foxtrot as the last two digits of the aircraft registration. Here we have the tail plane of the aircraft. This is the elevator, one of the two elevators. As you can see, they're in the middle of the shot just there, that small greyish dot, and the other side we have the tail lights or logo lights. They are used to illuminate the tail fin during the event of night operations or dusk operations, to give the people in the ATC, the control tower, anyone around the airfield, whether they're pilots or in the crew, a visual indication of aircraft around them, and of course great identification for the ATC, as mentioned, to know who the operator of the aircraft is. In this case, it would be Aviation400. And of course, it is also used as a marketing tool to give the impression to anyone around or within an airfield, to give them the feeling of wanting to fly the airline. Yep. And of course, at the end of the aircraft, here is the APU, or the auxiliary power unit. Now on the other side of the aircraft, there are some differences. I didn't quite point out all of the other differences in my last video, but here on the top here is the emergency escape hatch for the cockpit. In the middle of the shot we have this is the forward baggage compartment. Here in the middle of the shot is the pedostatic system that is used to determine an aircraft's airspeed, Mach number, altitude and altitude trend. Very cool indeed. Here is the number 2 engine of the Rolls-Royce Trent XWB-84 engines. Here is the green navigation light to the right of the white strobe lights there. Just there. It is the green navigation light. Here is the rear baggage compartment for the rear of the aircraft. And of course, here is this side of the tail fin, looking absolutely fantastic. let's have a brief look at the bottom of the aircraft. Not too sure if I'll be able to focus on this for you guys, but here we have in the middle of the shot the landing gear doors for the nose gear. Some fantastic detailing on the bottom of this aircraft. It is very difficult to focus on due to the aircraft being a dark colour. Very, very cool. Other way, here is the ITA Airways logo in the middle of the belly there, the beacon light, and the landing gear. The landing gear just here, and the stand hole just there. There's the outline of the landing gear. Some great views or details of the wing here. On the other wing we have the registration. Also, it's also on the top of the aircraft wing just there. Not too sure if I can pick it out, but right in the middle of the shot is the ram air turbine. That is the small propeller-like component that comes out of the belly of the aircraft during the testing of the aircraft. And of course there is some nice details of the Louis Vuitton decaling on the tail fin. And right in the middle of the shot is the entryway to the APU, an additional engine on board the aircraft. So that will conclude the showcasing of this ITA Airways A350-900 model made by Aviation400. Not the best model review I've ever done, if I can say so myself, but I do hope you enjoyed the video nonetheless. If you did, go ahead and throw a thumbs up for this video, and of course, as mentioned earlier in today's video, subscribe if you like what you see, dim that bell icon to be notified for new videos coming out very soon. The next model review after this should be the Scoot Pokemon Jet 787-9 as voted by my Instagram followers, so hopefully that will come out very soon, and hopefully you'll be able to stick around and view that as well. If you want to get this model, I highly recommend getting it. I won't be surprised if NG Models comes out with an ITA Airways aircraft, and I'm actually quite surprised that they haven't done already. But of course, this one here I think it has been re-released, I think, by Aviation400, but it doesn't have the Monza 100 decaling at the front of the aircraft just here, and that also includes the magnetic and detachable gears as well. So, but I do highly recommend getting an ITA Airways aircraft in your collection. As mentioned, I do have the ITA Airways A330neo. If you want to see the model review of that, drop a comment in the comment section below. Also comment what you enjoyed in today's video. I would love to hear your feedback. If you want to go ahead and check out my Instagram page for Asia International Airport, go ahead and scan the QR code you can see on the screen now to be led straight to that Instagram account. That of course is where I showcase all of the movements for my airport, all of the information about new services, edging services, images of my model aircraft, and great more information of the network as well. If you want to go ahead and check out all of my other socials, whether it is my other Instagram accounts, my website, my Instagram Threads account, etc. like that, go ahead and scan the QR code you can see on the screen now to be led straight to my Linktree account. Love to see your support on those social accounts. But that of course will be the end of today's video. As I mentioned, I hope you enjoyed what you saw. Go ahead and give this video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't done so already, and of course dim that bell icon to be notified for when videos come out in the future. If you enjoyed this video and you want to see some more, go ahead and on the left hand side, soon enough will be the most recent video on this channel. On the right hand side will be the full playlist of model reviews I've done so far on this channel. And of course, in the middle is where you can subscribe. But until next time, guys, fly safe, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.